continuing on where we left off. Bad girl, bad. Heroes, good. Good. We've got Mecha. Universal Colony Year 118. A time where the endless waltz of history continues unabated. Let us go back 1 year to the UCY 117. The Empire of Thalos declares war upon all neighboring star systems, and dozens of space and planetary colonies within them. The Empire's military powers at equal strength with each government they are at war with, so they are caught in a stalemate. However, halfway into the UCY 117, the Empire acquired a new weapon whose name would be heard throughout the future: mobile suits. These new devices smash through any and all resistance. The Empire now controls more than 95% of the area. We now return to the UCY 118. Mariana has purchased the Aspelis 4 and is now ready to destroy Carcasson's space station. I swear that other bitch troll's gonna pay. Computer, how long do the Aspelis rise?
2 hours, 12 minutes.
Alright, Gundam pilots. I'll speed up repairs on your mobile suits if you help me defend my station. And my station can defend itself against the weapons of that monstrosity. And why should we? You provide the very monstrosity just to fill up your pockets. I'm a businessman. I'm merely doing my job. However, you also forget that I'm sick and tired doing business with the Empire. They steal the technology I sell them only to build it on their own, so they never built that thing. Besides, can you really afford to let that thing keep on living? The pilots exchanged glances with each other.
Alright, we accept. Let's get to it.
I don't have a hard time keeping her stomach aligned. She said she wasn't behind the weapons console spell where Mariana was. She sat behind navigation, maneuvering the mobile armor towards the space station belonging to Carcassonne. Finally, she worked up the courage to talk to Mariana. My queen, may I speak freely?
Always, Canona.
I feel uncomfortable, Your Highness. Oh, I see. You feel upset about the destruction of those 2 colonies. Yes. Forgive me, Your Majesty. Don't be. I'll go do the exact same thing you are now, Canola. The first time I ever killed a person, I felt sick to my stomach. I almost thought in tears and vomited out my entire internal system when I destroyed those colonies. But now I see these steps are necessary for the continuance of the Empire. But AX-013 didn't have any confirmations of rebellion. Only a rumor about a rogue faction that was opposing the Empire's policy against suspected criminals. Any opposition is part of the resistance, Canona. We must destroy our enemies before they become too powerful. My mistake was with Axum. I let him get too powerful. But now we shall end his power base and bring peace to this sector of space. Of course, Your Majesty. Forgive me for even questioning the idea.
All is forgiven. ETA to his base, another hour.
Wait a second. Why do we have to go out there and play the bait?
Harry and Edmund were walking towards the main mobile suit bay, where Axum was storing their mobile suits.
It's already been proven that mobile suits of our caliber shall be ineffective against a weapon like Aspelius. However, Axum has assured me that Jubilee's upgrade shall make it more than a match for Aspelius. This is a mistake, plain and simple. We can't trust Axum in any way, shape, or form. Your resistance movement certainly trusted him, purchasing mobile suits off of him like mad. The GMs at my resistance bot were after I left. They didn't think the Gundam mission would succeed when they first sent me out, so don't go telling me it's my fault.
Edmund rolled his eyes as they finally reached the bay. Edmund sat on a small anti-gravity lift, a type of wheeling tool in his mouth as he worked through the joints inside the left shoulder of Gallant. Axum quickly walked away towards the arsenal as Edmund walked over to the Gallant.
Axum.
Yeah, what?
What weaknesses does the Aspelius have that we can exploit them better?
It doesn't have any. Then we can exploit it means it has no weaknesses.
Come on, Axum. You expect me to believe a smart man like you never expected that whoever sold it would try to destroy you?
Yep.
Really? Just why is the Aspelius indestructible?
Because I never intended to sell it. What? I was going to use it myself. Conquer every part of this sector with space with just one mobile armor. So I decided powerful enough to withstand anything that was punched at. I designed no self-destruct or one weak point that might actually serve me in the future, because I didn't want anything to go wrong with it. Even if power from the engine is destroyed, the Aspelius has another dozen power cells ways of powering itself.
Then know why you use this plan.
Because of the damn OS. A mobile armor that complicated in power requires a lot of ingenuity and speed to operate. Not to mention, the console systems required so much compilation, it needed two pilots to operate.
Then that may be its weakness. Its dependency on the pilots.
I don't see how you can exploit it. The cockpit's the most protected thing within the Aspelus. We know Mariana's behind the weapon systems, so is the navigator. Ken! The two turned their heads towards the voice he heard, having comforted Gollum. Dan stood in the entranceway to the cockpit, face looked pale and Steve graying. I have just received a message from Ken. She's within Aspelus. Sees the navigator on it. Axel wince.
Well, that's amazing, little.
I got better news as well. Charles and Sex heard the transmission on their way to help us.
So, too? Isn't he supposed to be an enemy?
He's a new type. He'll be used to us. Now come on. We have work to do. There's a charge, this battle happening inside, and I feel bald. You guys don't understand. Gundam fan, this is very disappointing.
Count, launching.
Edmund presses against the seat of his Gundam was pulled out of Axe's space station. His own thrust systems engaged after he was in open space, making him join the other 4 mobile suits already there. Edmund focuses his attention on the zombie and Char inside. You know, guys, this is really starting to feel like heavy metal. The really cool robot series, not the lame-ass movie. I mean, we even have somebody attacking a big old space station like in one of the episodes.
Let me state for the record, I intend to discover as much as I can about you once we're done with this, Char. And I'd like to know more about how I got here and what happened to Armoro. I've got something with long-range sensors. It's approaching at high speeds. It's big.
Confirmed. The Aspelus has arrived. Means it certainly arrived. It was purely ominous and intimidating with its metal wrapped around metal to protect the heart and soul of the machine. Every single one of the weapon ports opened up, revealing cannons, laser weapons, Vulcans. The only thing that wasn't charging up yet was the main weapon, was Mariana was saving for the space station. Communication consoles on all the mobile suits lit up, indicating they were being hailed. Gundam pilots. It seems you acquired some friends since I last encountered us. In space. Ding! No matter. You see, as much as I am here to put an end to that annoying clarksome, I am happy to see you all here. I've been having a good week. Any of you stayed here and tried to defend Axum, I most appreciate it, so it top up my wonderful week.
Shut up and die, bitch.
Mariana grinned and fired the beam with guns and Benalski's cannons. The 5 Gundams split up and went their separate directions. When the Aspelus, Canolo felt terrible as she began moving the Aspelus to a better shot so Mariana could shoot her friends and allies. She looked back over at the secret text message sent back to her. Dear Ken, we know what kind of pressure you must be under right now. We understand. You're in a far better position than any of us could have hoped. Make the fight look good. Don't worry if you had to shoot us. Understand. This buys the time to get Melanie out there so she can handle the Aspelus. Also, when the fight with the upgraded Jubilee occurs, fly Aspelus back over to Mariana's HQ. We'll handle the rest. For the freedom of the colonies. Then. So she made it look real. She moved with efficiency and ease, allowing the mobile armor perfect shots to attack and destroy the mobile suits. The first shot was hit against the tall geese from a beam cannon. Messer finally hit squarely in the leg, blowing out the inhibiting part of the thruster power. The skin of the Aspelus was alive with fire, as all mobile suits were using every weapon in their arsenal to punch at it. It failed to make a dent in a scratch. It was becoming quite obvious to everyone that this wasn't working. They needed a weapon that could pierce its skin, and a weapon that was actually a match for the mobile armor that had potential. You see, this wouldn't have happened if you got destroyed the Gundam X. And now we need the Gundam Double X. And that weapon had jumped out of the catapult. From within, Melanie placed a picture of her family, the only thing left for them, onto the bulkhead of her cockpit. It all came back to her. The destruction of the LX-014, Jubilee's destruction. The revelation of Mariana being the one who ordered her home's destruction, the image of her family being crushed by the very home that cherished so much. Melanie clenched her teeth slightly, beginning to fire burning in her eyes. Jubilee Zero, launch! And with that, the upgraded model of the Jubilee Zero, aka the RX-78 GP-01FB, launched out into the battlefield. And now, excuse me. For those of you keeping track, this is Ko's mobile suit for Stardust Memory. The one that's going to get that gets the big bulky stuff. I was kind of hoping for Chris's Gundam from 0080, but that's one of my favorite models from the original series, from the UC era. Spales instantly turned to see the new contender in the fight. The Gundam was covered in engines in all directions, giving her hint speed and power. Two large engines rested on its back, eyes glowed brightly as he finally found the Aspalus. It looked teeny. Burn, you murderer! Jubilee Zero's engines lit up, sending it flying towards the Aspalus. Mariana aimed all of her weapons toward the Gundam, firing them all at once. Melanie's new type of abilities were beyond measure at the moment as he continually dodged the strikes of the LX-014. The Gundam evaded every blast that was shot at it, got closer and closer to the mobile armor. It raced back and pulled out the beam saber, slammed to the beam through one of the Minovsky cannons. It exploded immediately, rocking the Aspalus. Okay, so now we know. We have the Zeta, and we have the Gundam from Stardust Memories. That's at least 2 or 3 others. It's all of you. No! Canella responded immediately, engaging the engines of the Aspalus. Jubilee Zero was knocked by the sudden acceleration, spun in mid-space before Melanie regained her senses. She roared and engaged her own thrusters, following in quick pursuit. Where are we going? We're going back down to Theros? I'll bring us back to the palace. This Gundam is insane. Still pursuing us. Why the palace? Once it detects all the defenses there, it should back away from us. And if it doesn't, then the defense systems of your palace will do a lot more than the Aspalus did against it. Oh, I disagree. Leaving now will only give us a chance to escape. Well, too bad, Mariana. What did you just call me? Annette. Canella pulled her gun from a holster and aimed it at Mariana's face. Mariana blinked, staring at the weapon. Do it you! Yes, Mariana, I am always a member of the resistance. I am a Gundam pilot. Mariana stared at her, again this information. She smiled up at her. Well then, Ken, I never suspected you for a second. You are indeed a worthy soldier. Tell me, was any of our friendship true? Or was it all a trick to get this far? It was a true friendship. But the places we live cannot allow us to be allies, Mariana. I understand. Mariana all of a sudden knocked Canella's weapon away and kicked her back into her seat. She slammed her hand down part of the console. Green bulkheads quickly encased the cockpit. I'm sorry about this, Canella. I cannot allow you to jeopardize my empire. The one thing I made sure was to install was a system that allowed only one person to operate both controls, so one of us be incapacitated during battle. The plan is a good one. Since we were friends, I'll drop you off in the force. Goodbye, Canona. I'll miss your piano music. Maya returned to the console and activated the ejection seat systems of Canola's cockpit. She was instantly ejected out of these spells and continued on its way towards the palace. You know, this is all feeling very Super Robot Warsy. Ding! Jubilee Zero had finally caught up to the Aspalus. Only problem was it was right over the headquarters of the Tholian Empire. Every single weapon system and mobile suit began firing into Jubilee Zero. Narrowly avoided each one as it made its way to the Aspalus. Zero turned to try to fire his weapons once more. Jubilee got from it, inhibiting any kind of fire from the escape. However, Jubilee was the only thing to catch up on the Aspalus. The Zazabi, Talgi 3, Gallant, Gollum, and Arsenal all used their weapons to now come and assist Melanie and Jubilee Zero. Each one did their equal part, slicing away the enemy mobile suits and blowing up enemy ground forces. You see? This was my plan all along. You're too full of yourself, Hasta. Everyone smiled at hearing Canola's voice again. Clearing the trees and the sources of base mobile suit protection was none other than Warpath, launching its own weapon systems at everything that wasn't one of her friends. See, old girl, I promised you some combat action, and I make good on my promises. Above them all, Jubilee Zero slammed its fist through the camera on the head of the Aspalus, smashing it apart. Melanie roared and growled as Jubilee Zero's hands tore away the protective armoring of the Aspalus in order to reach her goal. First they crack the shell, then they get the nuts inside. After tearing away one final chunk of it, she made it to her goal, the cockpit. Pushing both her hands inside the hole she made, she ripped out the entire cockpit system of Spellus and crushed it in her arms, much to Canella's despair. Our pilots only realized the new problem was about to emerge. Get out of here, now! They didn't need to be told twice. Any mobile suit in the area immediately cleared out. Spellus 4 fell down the palace where its pilot had lived. Upon contact, the Spellus exploded, destroying everything and anything around it for a mile. Clark Axon smiled as he watched the news report. He chuckled softly to himself as he watched the misery and despair in the reporter's eyes. I repeat, the entire economical state of the swords of the Empire was stored beneath the palace of Queen Mariana. On the destruction of Queen financial storage facility of the Empire and the pursuing death of her Queen Majesty Mariana, the economy of the Empire collapsed. I repeat, the Empire has fallen. Well, now, that just makes things a lot more interesting. And before you people ask, yes, there are 4 more chapters. We'll just have to go over to Medium Iron for those.